rinse off before I start actually remembering to do it. It's been good. It's been a good week. I feel like I'm starting to get back on track again after a crazy month. No complaints. How's everybody else's week? Obliterated thumbs. Hello, fellow Albertan. Hi, damn child. So I just did a little vinegar rinse on my egg. 42. That sounds really good. Congrats, damn child, on your anthro midterm. That's an excellent mark. Especially for anthro. Actually, I really liked anthro. Okay. This is my backup egg in case something goes awry. That's my backup egg. Okay, so we are going to do some new stuff. It was tough, honestly. I believe it. Anthro can be hard. Oh, I need to wipe off my spoon and put it away. For those of you wondering what I was just doing, I have a solution with half water, half vinegar. I just put my egg in it for like 30 seconds or so before I start. It just gets any, because these are store-bought eggs. They're not farm fresh because Miss Rona. So any residue from manufacturing or from the store, it gets taken off with that. So we are doing, I saw a beautiful pisanke on Instagram this week. The artist name is South Jersey Pisanke. Hi, Ashley Sunflower. South Jersey Pisanke on Instagram did something very, very similar to what we're going to be doing tonight. And I'm going to be honest, I know I've been doing lots of what I feel like are beginner-friendly designs. This one's going to be intermediate. It's going to be a little tricky. I think it's really cool. Even if you are a beginner, I feel like you could get a lot out of this. And there's always, oh yeah, those are my little set. So this one sat, I started this one last spring and then it sat with the wax on it for a year. It's been another bad migraine for me. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better. Migraines, I hear you. They're very challenging to live with for sure. They definitely take your quality of life and all of your spoons. So this, I got sad last spring. And I finished it, but I never took the wax off. So obviously I can't drain this now. Oh, Jupiter, thank you. I'm glad it chills you out. So yeah, another hollow taco day. Play rosé, always my faves. But look at the difference in the white. This one had the wax taken off immediately. And then this one, the wax stayed on it for a year. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Crazy, hey? I don't mind it. I think it looks sort of like almost like I don't like this side of it. This side was kind of a fail. But this side, she pretty. I like it. I think it looks cool. I think it looks antiqued. I like it. Oh, thanks, Mama Bear. And so they're friends now. We've got a blue Morpho and a Monarch. Actually, I printed off so I printed off the computer. And if you look at the Monarch Butterfly, what do you see? You see a hole in the page because I accidentally lit it on fire when I was trying to make these. Because I am who I am. Okay, I closened you up. Now go back. Okay, there we go. If I made anyone dizzy, I apologize. But yeah, so I used that picture as a reference, and get what I'm going to try to use. Very cool. Yeah, do that on a giant egg. Do that. That'd be cool. That's on brand. Yeah, it is on brand for me. I was working on eggs, I think it was Tuesday, and I burnt myself with wax. I was holding my Kitska, and I'm going to re-demonstrate this so you all know not to do this. So I was wiping down my Kitska and I was looking over at my phone and I wasn't paying attention, and it's like I got to the end and I didn't notice, and I like went like that really quick and it splashed up on me and burnt me. So I put aloe on it right away. I have some aloe plants, so I put aloe on it right away. So it's not doing too bad. It's healing pretty good. But yeah, definitely light things on fire. Definitely light myself on fire. Definitely burn things with my wax. Definitely burn myself with wax. It's going to be entertaining. Welcome. So as I said, this isn't necessarily a beginner-friendly design, I would say. It is what I would feel like a little bit more intermediate. But even if you're a beginner, I think you could get a lot out of tonight. If you're an intermediate, this is going to be right up your alley. And if you're advanced, then, I mean, just sit back and enjoy the chaotic good. And what a hot mess I am. I'm sure well entertaining for you. Okay, so we need some fire. Here we go. I'm actually early for the live. Welcome, Sis Bean, welcome. How many colors? Just the primary. So tonight, the colors I'm going to be using Beaver Brown, so white, we're using the white, and then Rosemary, oh, that's nice. Beaver Brown, and then, yes, hello, welcome. And Yukon Gold are the two colors that I'm going to do. Now, the design I'm going to show you, I feel like you could do so much with. I'm doing white because I'm thinking of like little cotton buds or pussy willows. I promise you that's what they're called. I did not make up the name. They're called pussy willows. They're those little fuzzy little nubs on the branches. And oh no, you blew up a chem lab? Oh dear. That sounds like something I would do. Yeah, so you could do little pussy willows or like little cotton buds like I'm going to do today with the white. You could do little green leaves. You could do pink little buds like cherry blossoms. You know what, as long as you got an A, that's all that matters, right? So the design I'm showing you tonight, I feel like is going to be very, very versatile depending on what color you want to use. So I'm going to start by, this tool, it's called a Kitska. And oh, the other thing two other things I'm going to do tonight that I don't normally do. I'm going to use Pok Wax. Normally, you've seen me use the sheets of wax, and now I might go back and forth tonight. But somebody asked me, is there any difference between the Pok Wax and the Wafer Wax? Hello. Hi, Hennessy. Is there any difference? No, they do exactly the same thing. It's personal preference. I find these easier to load in the Kitska, less messy, but people really, really love the Pok as well. So I'm going to use both tonight. The other thing we're going to do tonight, I'm going to show you a technique that I used. Hi. With just a soft bristled toothbrush to take down the dye a bit in between colors. After the brown, I used a soft bristled toothbrush. Thank you. It's Hollow Taco, Play Rosé. Thank you. The only thing I wear, Hollow Taco. Hennessy, thank you. So, two new things tonight. We're going to brush it down in between. We're going to use Pok Wax. So we're going to see what sort of chaotic mess I'm going to be tonight. Did everybody see my beautiful necklace I got from Kathy? We're doing Ukrainian pisanke. We're doing Ukrainian decorative eggs. Hi from South Africa. Hello, South Africa. I've never been, but I want to go. I've never been, but I want to go. I hear it's so beautiful there. So those of you that haven't seen it yet, this is Catherine Alexander Art here on TikTok. She does this as well, this wax relief method that I'm going to show you. So this is half of a quail's egg. It's completely smooth. It's resin. She's filled it in with resin, so it's super strong, durable. She sets them on silver chains, but is this not the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life? That's a quail's egg. Isn't that gorgeous? I just think, and she has the other half of it, you guys. We're matchy-matchy. So we each have one half of the same egg. Isn't that amazing? I love it so much. So, for those of you that are interested, this is her card. I blocked out her phone number and stuff just for her privacy. But Instagram, Catherine Alexander Art, her shop is linked with her Instagram. If you go to her TikTok, Catherine Alexander Art, I believe her Instagram and maybe even her shop are listed. So, but yes, go check her out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I just think that's the coolest thing. I just think that is the coolest thing. Okay, so now here's the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight. So this design that I'm showing you tonight, I saw on Instagram, and I was obsessed, and I looked at it for like, after I saw it, I kept going back on Instagram and looking at it. I just thought it was so beautiful, so pretty. So we're doing something very, very similar here tonight. Now, we're going to start off just warming the wax, and now I'm backing up, making a dot up at the very top, the center of the egg, and I'm looking at it from afar. And if you're asking questions, I apologize. I'm looking down at my egg, but I bet somebody in the live probably can answer your questions for you. So I'm sealing in this white color with the wax. So basically, ooh, I'm shaky tonight. Wherever I'm putting the wax is going to seal in this white color. Now, the division I'm doing, I was calling the 27 triangles because that's what I had seen it. I can't even remember who it was, but somebody on Instagram had called this a division, the 27 triangles, and I just didn't question it. I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw somebody talking one time, like, but there's not 27 triangles. And I didn't really think about it. I was just like, well, that's what I saw it being called. So I started calling it 27 triangles. And I'm focused on that egg. There we go. It's focused on the one in the back. And I just never questioned it. I was like, well, I'm an idiot, so I'm sure they're right. So I counted the triangles today. There's 48, you guys. There's 48 triangles in the final design. I was like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. So I went to the Googles, and I just did a Google image search, like 27 triangle, and the same thing kept coming up. A few other pages called it a 40 triangle division. Like a bunch of different pictures came up, to be completely honest, of different designs and stuff. So I don't think there's a consensus among the name for this egg. The only other thing I saw it being called was a 40 triangle egg, and there's not even 40 triangles. So I have no idea what this division is called, but I'm just going to call it the 48 triangle division from here on out. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. I will be wrong again. It is sort of what I do. So if you've heard me call this a 27 triangles before and you're confused, so am I. So am I. I forgot what day it was. Oh, I'm glad you found us. Welcome. So what I used to call 27 triangle division, I'm now calling 48 triangle division. And that's what I'm doing now. So now that I've got one line on, I'm sort of gauging the space from here to here and here to here. Now you can go in and do you know what hang on, I gotta unbutton and roll up my sleeves because the buttons are resting just at the right spot. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Rolling up my sleeves. Mean business now. Here we go. So I'm gauging the width from here to here and here to here, and I'm trying to keep it even. Like I'm trying to keep my line. I'm looking at it from far away, and I'm trying to keep that line going all the way down the center of the egg. And here we go. Sorry, I'm being terrible at looking at the comment section right at this moment. Hang on. If you're asking questions, I promise I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just trying to make my lines. There we go. That's the point where you're always like, please, please, please. Yay! You can go in with pencil first. I just do this because why not? Why not? My mom didn't let me use pencil growing up, so I had to learn to do this without pencil, is why. But that's okay. It's a fun party trick. Because, you know, everybody does traditional Ukrainian eggs at parties, right? So I get opportunities to show it off in real life, right? Weird talent. Whatever, I get to show it off now. Why am I complaining? It's all good. If you've never been to one of my lives, I kind of get in the zone when I do this, and you just hear a stream of consciousness come out of my mouth. So just heads up on that. So you see, I do the line, and it's a little, like, it's fine. She's fine, right? She's fine. However, it would be a little bit, I'm going to put this down a bit because it keeps wanting to focus on those eggs in the back there. I'd like to go take a second pass at it and just sort of smooth that out and make it, my kids are awake and acting a fool. I can hear them. Their father is dealing with it. But I can hear them. So if you hear random yelps in the background, it's a Friday night and my kids are, it's a Friday night. It's almost the full, not full moon, new moon. I feel like new moon affects me and my kids more than the full moon does. I don't know if anybody else finds that, but. Okay, so you see how I just kind of fixed that up? Like, it was looking a little bit sus, and now it's fine. See? She fine. Like, I like thick lines. Not everybody does. Damn children, yep. Will you teach your kids this too? Yes. My kids have made many eggs. I started one when she was 3 and one when she was 5. They're really great at it. They make cool art. So I have, like, if I look at it from the top or the bottom, I've got my little cross, right? So now I'm going to do my diagonals. Now these get easier. It gets easier as you go because you have more points of reference on the egg. So I'm now going to go down all the way through the middle. What size tip are you using? This is a heavy Darylin style Kitska. Heavy one. I like to lay my lines down, and I like a fat juicy. Fat juicy is how I go. I swear to God, it probably sounds like I'm talking like drug lingo, but nope, just Ukrainian eggs. What can I say? I know how to party. I'm wild. Okay, so this tends to be a little bit messier is the only thing, which is fine. We have paper towel. So I heated it up in the flame. This is how I burnt myself on Tuesday, so, like, let's not. I was watching TikTok while I burnt myself, so, I mean, let's be honest. We know who the real culprit was. It was my being distracted. So, I've wiped off the sides, just so I don't get a... Not that I'm not there's no guarantee. Like, you can always have your wax accidentally blob out on you. See my Bridgerton egg video for reference of what that looks like. But it's less likely to happen. Oh, this smells so good. I wish there was a way I could figure out for you guys to smell this, because it smells so amazingly good. So I'm going and I'm using my other lines as guides, and I'm wanting to stay in the center. I can feel myself wandering off. Yeah, I started wandering off. That's okay. We came back. I should have just had the wine. Oh, that sounds like I missed the first half of a good story. Okay. Here we go. So I may have, oh, here, sorry, is somebody needing? So if you are interested, sorry, I'm really, don't roll away, don't roll away. This is what happens when you don't drain your eggs on time. You just get, like, haunted eggs. Okay, so UkrainianAccessories.com is the website where you can get all of the everything you see me using here, the wax, the kitskas, the little kitska holder here, all of the dyes, everything. They've got some really great beginner kits. There is the Let's Get Started kit, and there's also the Cheeky Crafty Lady kit. Either one of those will work great for beginners. The only other thing you might want is the egg draining kit. At the end of the live tonight, I will show how I drain. And then Crafty Lady 10 will save you 10% at checkout. The website is in Canadian, so Americans, just remember to change the currency to your US dollars so you can see the prices on everything. But yeah, Crafty Lady 10 will save you 10, not on the books or like the clothes or stuff, but anything she makes in-house. So the dyes, the kits, the tools, the whole enchilada. And if anybody needs that, it is listed in my profile also, the website and the code. If you use that code, I do get a small kickback, so thank you for the support. Support your small business, support your small local artists. We appreciate you. Okay. Back to our little project here. So I'm trying to stay in the middle, all the way up. So you can see that wax dries almost instantly. It's like it's shiny and then it's matte almost instantly. So I don't have to worry about it smudging or anything. I'm trying to experiment with soy wax and get some options for vegans, our vegan friends. My beeswax and wood egg failed. My soy wax and wooden egg failed. My beeswax and wooden egg, it kind of failed. So I'm going to try some ceramic eggs now. Trying to get some options for you guys. Guys, girls, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Trying to find some options for vegan friends. Working on it. I will get there eventually. I say to myself every day. Okay. Hope everybody's week was good. Ours was uneventful, which is excellent. I like it when nothing happens, because then I get to just chill. Yeah, I'm excited to try porcelain. I have hopes. I want to find an option that is like doable. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the detail with soy wax because it just doesn't solidify the way beeswax does. It smudges, but I'm trying to figure out how I can get something that works. So now I have this little, so much stress. Oh my gosh, no stress. We're just putting wax on an egg. No stress. You're saying your week was stress. That I apologize for. I can't do anything about that. But just look at the pretty little designs on the egg. That's what I do. That's what I do. Just look at the pretty. Oh, Sarah, you had a rough week. I'm sorry. That sucks. I hear you. I feel like I'm just coming off a cycle of something. Something was up. I don't know. What's up with the egg? This is, I'm doing a traditional Ukrainian pisanke, or pisanka, singular. Oh dear. Yeah, campus is still closed. Oh, man, what a year. What a year it's been. So today, tomorrow, because tomorrow's the 13th. Oh, tomorrow is the 1 year of when I knew something was up. And it was Friday the 13th, and I walked into my kids' school and I cleaned out their, do you have a sketch you reference when manning the egg? I probably should. I saw a picture on Instagram and I'm picturing it in my head. Does that count? No, see, I can't have reference photos. Do you know what happens when I have a reference photo? I accidentally light it on fire. I can't have reference photos. I'm not allowed. I light things on fire accidentally. 5 more days till your birthday. Happy birthday. My birthday is at the end of the month. My birthday is in Aries season. My husband is the Pisces in our family. Our birthdays are 9 days apart, 10 days apart, 9 days apart. Totally know when my husband's birthday is. It's all good. Okay. Now, if I was brand new to this, if I was still a beginner, I would probably stop here with all of these vertical lines. Let me just go through. Okay, that one's fixed. Let me fix this one and then I'll show you what I mean. Are your nails they are rose. This is Play Rosé from Hollow Taco. The orange version of this is Xyler the Cat, which I don't own yet. I'm obsessed with Hollow Taco. I love their stuff. It's the only thing that lasts on my nails. Sorry if I'm half missing conversations. Okay, so here we go. So now if I was a beginner, right, this is quite a lot. This is quite a lot. If you can do this, you are phenomenal. It's fantastic. So if I were a beginner, I would stop here and you could do like maybe polka dots here. Oh, sorry, I don't do the duet thing because it causes the video to lag and then everybody gets confused. But if I was a beginner, I would do like maybe polka dots and then maybe like stripes and then maybe like cross hatching and like I'd maybe do like leaves or something or like maybe little flowers, like that kind of thing. Yes, Hollow Taco, of course. Play Rosé. So that's what I would kind of do. If you can do and kind of master this, phenomenal, amazing, love it, love it, love it. So that's where I would sort of stop if I was a beginner. Now, the horizontal line gives some people some grief. I'm going to show you how I do it. And again, you can absolutely do this with a pencil. I don't know. This is how I get my thrills in life. I just go straight in with wax. What can I say? Smash the egg. It's happened before. There's videos on this channel to prove it. Channel, page. I don't know what the terminology is for TikTok. Okay, so I'm looking at my space in between the little poles, right? So now I'm just going to make a little tick where I feel like the center is, and I'm going to imaginary line it up. And as I'm moving, I'm making sure I'm staying in the middle, and I'm trying to kind of follow where that other tick is. I'm just and then when you get to the end, so when you see if your line looks drunk or not, and if you've been drinking wine while you do your art, you might have something interesting going on. That's not bad. We're okay. It's a little high on this side, but we can work with it. It's okay. We'll figure it out. So now I'm going to go through test. So I always have my little test run of my wax. So I'm going to start kind of from the bottom of this tick and join it up with the top of this tick, if that makes sense. And I hope that sort of straightens it out. Yeah, look, there we go. So now we're just playing connect the dots, that's all. Just connect the dots. So again, if you're feeling a little bit nervous, you can always go in and make your lines with pencil first if you don't want to go straight in with wax. For those of you that are unaware, this is not like drawing. You cannot erase anything that you do. It's also not like painting. You can't paint over or cover up anything you do. You just gotta trust the process and just commit. It's like a tattoo. You just gotta commit. If you have an oopsie, you work it into the design. There's no axe. There's just happy little opportunities for new designs is my Bob Ross moment. Just happy little opportunities. It's all good. Here we go. So I always, once I make my line, I've shown you guys this before, I'll roll it and I'll see how wonky she looks. Oh, it's a little wonky. That's okay. It's okay. She fine. Let's see, good at art. Do it! Do it! Every time I teach a class on this, the person that says, I'm not good at art, I'm not artsy, those are the people that end up making the coolest eggs. Check out this one. This is, my youngest daughter made this when she was 5. Look at this. Look at how cool that looks. Look at how cool that looks. This art is for everybody. Everybody can do this. Everybody can do this. This is cool. It's cool as hell. Don't be afraid to try it. You'll surprise yourself. Okay. So yes, this is beeswax that I'm using. It has a colorant added to it. That's why it's dark. Makes it easier to see on the egg. Okay, so now these are the divisions that get a little bit tricky. So I always say you want to pretend you're cutting pie for your kids, right? Your kids want equal slices of pie. So pretend that these are my 2 pieces of pie. I want them equal. I don't want one super fat and one super little. Otherwise, I'll have kids that will flip and riot. Oh, children. My youngest was wired right up before bed tonight, and I must have had that exasperated mom look on my face, the I'm tired. Oh my God, please go to bed. I'm tired. I must have had that look on my face because she looked at me and she was like, this is what being a mom is, Mom. This is what it feels like. I was like, thanks. Thanks, kid. She's 7. She is the main character. I play but a supporting role. Okay. So now when I do this, what I'm aiming for is these 2 intersections happen at about the same height. I don't want this one to be up here and this one to be low down. I want these to be even. If that makes sense. Oh, my candle went out. That's okay, I have more. Where's my lighter? I don't want to waste matches. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So I'm still using my heavy Kitska. Yeah, I think sometimes my coloring is off. I'm using this wax puck, which is black, but I think sometimes my lighting can askew. We were having it was like I had that one egg yeah, I think it was last week, where it was like the dress. Some people saw like white and gold, some people saw green and blue. It was funny. Okay, words are hard. Yes. Did I call it a different color? I probably did, didn't I? Sorry for being a mess, but this is who I am. It's called a Kitska. It's a stylus that we use. It's got a little barrel end that I use to load the wax into, and then the wax flows down into the little tip. Okay, see, I just automatically assumed it was my fault because that's trauma. That's all good. I'll figure that one out eventually in therapy. Everything is not always my fault, but a lot of times it is. Okay. Kitska. So now you should have this little like eyeball, and hopefully your eyeball looks even and not wonky. And if it does look wonky, that's fine. Sometimes you got a wonky eyeball. And now, so I want those pieces of pie to be even, and I'm trying to match the height over here. I want them to be even. Candle wax does not work. It like flakes and smears off. It does not work. I have tried. It's a mess. I'm trying some soy wax right now. It's also kind of a mess. Beeswax is where it's at. I'm trying to find a vegan alternative. It is proving difficult. But does this originate from Romania or Ukraine? So all through kind of like all the Slavic type countries, lots of European countries actually, like even like I think Croatia. Is Croatia Slavic? I think it is Slavic. So basically any of the kind of like those sort of Slavic European countries, they have different types of decorative eggs like this. This method that I'm doing here is more in keeping with Ukrainian tradition. Polish also have their own way of doing them, as do Hungarians and Bulgarians and Romanians, and lots of different cultures do these types of decorative eggs in the spring. And then we've got lots of other cultures that do this sort of wax relief method. Some do it on wood or fabric. So, but yeah, what you see me doing here today, this is more in keeping with the Ukrainian style, I guess. It's a folk art. So it's kind of, it's one of those, this is not even. Oh God. Oh God. This line's about to get fat. It's even-ish. A bunch of... Oh, I feel like there was somewhere in it was somewhere, either somewhere in South America or somewhere in Mexico. They said that they also do colored eggs, and they fill them, I think, with confetti. And they crack them open, and so, yeah, lots of cultures do stuff with eggs. Somebody was on here talking about their eggs that they do. Might have been Mexico. My brain doesn't withhold information the way it used to. I used to remember things. Now I can't remember if I put on deodorant or not. It's okay. Ooh, so this side's a little rough. This side, okay, well, at least they're even. They're both a little rough. So they match. So yeah, once you put the wax down, there's no going back. There's no takesy-backsies. You just got to commit. Just got to commit. Okay. So now, again, the more wax you get on the egg, the easier it is because you have more placement markers. So now I'm just trying to meet that little intersection there. And then I will go and keep going. There we go, it's pretty even. So remember, wherever you see me laying the wax down, this is going to be white at the very end. So I'm sealing in this white color. So you can see Now all the triangles starting to pop up, and there are 48, henceforth, now and forevermore, to be known as the 48 triangle division. I have no idea why. I never questioned that, because there's clearly not 27 triangles. But whatever. So there's another little eyeball. One more eyeball, and then we're all going to have a drink of water or tea or whatever beverage you have with you. Because if you're like me, you forget to hydrate. So you can see where I said this is more of an intermediate type of design. We're actually not even at the crazy part yet. But these eggs, you got to remember your first base color always takes the longest. Laying all your divisions down. This part always takes the longest, so be patient with yourself. If it feels like it's taking forever, it's because it is. If it puts you to sleep, that's amazing. If you're relaxed, just drift off. Whatever relaxes you and puts you to sleep. With me, it is watching Bernadette Banner. So anything. I watch her videos and I am lulled into a blissful slumber. So if I can be that for someone else, that is wonderful news. Dun, 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 dun. Right, so that's not. I have fallen asleep. Oh no. I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to make a video, like a start to finish video, like I usually do for the eggs I do on my lives. So if people can't stay up to see the whole thing, they can see the finished product. I also do all the unwaxings on Monday's live. So is that really an egg? No, it's a real chicken's egg from the store, from Wally Marts. Okay, let's all take a little break. Get your tea out, have your water, have a sip. Remember to hydrate. Let's all take a drink. Take any of your medicines if you have forgotten to take them. There's your reminder. I have to take baby aspirin twice a day, and remembering to do that isn't a hilarity in and of itself. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I just took a sip of my vinegar rinse. Sarah, no. Sarah, no. Oh my God, no. Oh no, Sarah. Don't drink your vinegar rinse, man. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm not laughing with you, I swear to God. I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. That's what I meant. I'm tired. Okay, now, we're going to get out some pencils. We're going to draw for a bit. Somebody come get me. Good Lord. Okay, now, this is the part I love. So we're doing like a very sort of we're going to have a juxtaposition here. We're going to have some contrast. So we're going to alternate every little triangle here. So I've got 8 triangles, and then the 4, 8, 8, 8, and 8. So we have 48. No, this is a raw egg that I drain at the end. I'm sure vinegar is good for you. I'm sure there's some wonderful cleansing thing happening. Anybody else live through that decade where everybody was doing the lemonade? The lemonade apple cider vinegar cleanse with the cayenne. God, that was awful. So I'm going to start. So I want my leaf to end up here because I think it looks pretty. So I'm coming to the bottom left corner. I'm going to curve one branch up and then do a shorter one on the bottom. So I'm making like a stylized V, if you will. And then I'm skipping one. And then I'm going up and doing a shorter one. So I'm got like a stylized V. No, there's like tons of people in the chat that can answer any questions you have. Sorry, I get looking down at my egg and I get like hyper focused. And I forget to look at the chat, but lots of people that come to these lives come to a few. So after you've watched a couple, you kind of, you know the basics. So there's definitely somebody that can. And a lot of you guys have started doing eggs, which is amazing. I love it. Now, coming to this one. So I have a space here because we're alternating, right? So I have a space here that's blank. So that means this one needs a branch. So here I go. Right? And then none. And then that one needs a branch. Right? And then none. And then this one. A long one and a short one. And then none. And then this one. Just looking at my one this afternoon that I did. And there's something's messed up with it. But you know what? That's okay. Figure it out later. Okay. So then I don't have one here. And I don't have one here, right? So I need one here. So I have like a little group of 3. If anybody sees that. So then I have one here. So I'm going to skip this one and come here. Skip. And I come here. Short, long, and short. Skip. A long and a short. So now I know I don't want one. So this is my blank space. So it's next to the blank space. So I need to put this one here. And we have a long and a short. So I have my little grouping of 3. And I skip. I have a long and a short. Now one of the ones I made this afternoon, I did slightly differently. And I'm not even sure how I did, but we're not going to worry about that. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So this looks really cool because I have my little it's going to look like a little branch with 3 little kind of a thing, if that makes sense. So again, there's a blank space here and a blank space here. So I know it needs to be right here. Now this part I do recommend doing in pencil first, because this is where I say this is more of an intermediate one, because this part will definitely kind of mess with your head a bit. And actually, we're not even to the head messy part yet. You wait. You wait. So this looks really pleasing to the eye, I feel like. So now when it comes to do this one, do I have all my sides? Yes, I have all my sides. So when it comes to the bottom, it's really easy, right? Because I'm just going little long branch, short branch. Alternating. Long branch, short branch. Alternating. Long, short. Alternating. Long branch, short branch. Okay. Yeah. So let's go and put these little buds in. So we're not actually going to put wax on the branches right now. We're going to do the little buds of the flowers or the cotton or the pussy willows or the little leaves or, rosebuds, whatever you want to do. So I'm going back in with my heavy Derlin Kitska. I'm going to warm it up. I'm going to show you what I do. And I hope I don't mess up in front of everybody. And if I do, we'll just make a new design. It's all good. We're just putting wax on an egg. That's it. This is not life or death. We're just putting wax on an egg. Beeswax. I'm using beeswax. So I'm pretending, right, that this branch is already there, and I'm doing a little dot with like a little dot with a little, doing 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. So it's like a little dot and a pull. Little dot and a pull. Little dot, pull. Little dot and a pull. Little dot and a pull. So I've got 4 going down the one side. Counting this, I think 4, and then I've just got 3 here. That makes sense. And then for this guy, so I put in that one, and then I just go 1 on either side. And how flippin' cute is that, you guys? How cute is that? Is that not the most adorable little branch you ever did see in your life? I just think it's so cute. It's so pretty. It's so delicate. It's so tiny and intricate. And you don't need, like, I'm just doing a little circle with a little boop at the end. Little pull. So it's not like you need a crazy amount of artistic talent, right? I just did a dot and then just a little boop. That's it. Magic. Now this can be, this could be a lily of the valley. This could be a little cotton bud. This could be a pussy willow. This could be a little leaf. This could be a cherry blossom. You could make it whatever the heck your little heart desires. So, go nuts. Go nuts. Whatever your little heart desires. Boop. 2 and 3. And then a little boop. Boop. And a boop. How cute! How cute! So if you wanted to make these green, what I would do, I would fill in these other triangles first, which I'm going to show you that in a minute. Oh, just you wait. I'm relaxing you all now only to frustrate you in a moment. It's a little mind trippy, the next design, but it looks really cool. And it's just straight lines. So again, it's not something that you need to have it looks really impressive, but it doesn't require a ton of artistic talent, which is nice because it's like impressive looking. It's like big payoff for not a lot of skill is what I'm saying. How cute. So cute. So cute. Okay, I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to show you the other side. I just get so dry. I just finished a tankard of water. I get really dry when I do these. I guess because I'm talking the whole time. I'm yammering. Boop. Boop. And a boop. And a boop. Okay. Boop. 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 And then my last little one. Boop. Boop. And a boop. And like, how pretty, you guys. How nice does that look? Like, you saw me do that. You guys don't need to have a ton of artistic talent to do that. It's just a little circle with a little pull on the end. That's it. And look how cute. Look at how cute that is. Love it. All right, everybody take a drink, and then I need to pull out some paper and do a little demo quick before I take it to the egg, because you just wait. You just wait for the mind mess that I'm about to give you. but it's cool. It looks cool. So this is for Sarah, I believe. It was Sarah who really liked the back of this one, the back of this Monarch one. I really love this too. I think it looks sort of like a butterfly wing, but it's a little bit of an optical illusion going on. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It takes a minute to, it's not hard, it's just tricky. It doesn't require a lot of artistic talent, like it's just straight lines, it's just a little bit of a mind F. So, and I'm going to show you two different options. So, I'm just going to draw a couple of, okay, so pretend these are on an egg. Okay, so I'm showing you now what I'm going to put in here, and I really like this together, like the really organic-y kind of looking with the more geometric design. I like the contrast. I think it looks really cool. I enjoy it. So this is, let me show you South Jersey Pisanke, what she did. So she just started, and so this looks really cool because it was that, like those little branches next to this geometric pattern. So all she did is she basically just went around her triangle, right? Until it got smaller and smaller and smaller. Yeah. Until the end, right? So that is one option. That looks really cool. And if you go on Instagram to South Jersey Pisanke, you will see essentially this egg with this one in these spots. And it looks so cool. And I loved it. I thought it looked amazing. My version, what I'm doing, because I'm like, why not make it more difficult than it has to be? Okay, now bear with me. So what you do, I always start kind of on, I think, this side. So think of chubby babies that lean out as they get older. And then I turn it. Chubby babies lean out. Chubby babies lean out. At least mine did. Mine leaned out as they got older. Okay? That's kind of what I was thinking. Now, another way you could think of it, because we're going from where it's thick to thin, almost like disappears. So how I was remembering it earlier today is thick. I start thick. Thick thighs save lives. Thick is the first word in that sentence, so we start the sentence thick. Thick thighs save lives. If you start thin and try to go thick, it will wreck it. You won't get the effect. And you've got to turn the egg as you go. Thick thighs save lives. Or chubby babies lean out. Whichever one works for you. Thick thighs save lives. Thick thighs save lives. So then you are left with this kind of optical illusion, if you will. I don't know if everybody caught that, but now we're going to do it on an egg. But that's sort of, it sort of reminds me of like in 007, like at the opening credits of the old 007 movies, if you watched any of those growing up. Sean Connery, rest in peace. What a great 007 he was. Okay. So, yeah, kind of like a top view of a rose. Okay, hang on. I'm adjusting. Oh, sorry. I've got a labyrinth, but the stairs. Okay, so you can absolutely, and I highly suggest you do, go in with a pencil first. So I like to start on this outside edge here. Thick thighs save lives. Thick thighs save lives. And then the little short side last. Thick thighs save lives. I do about 3. Ta-da! You're going to see me do this a couple of times, so hopefully. So that's with 2 rounds. I'm going to do one more. Thick thighs, save lives. Thick thighs, save lives. Thick thighs, save lives. And I find it looks the best when I get a slight curve on it. So instead of doing a straight line, I'm going to do a little bit of a curve to it, just ever so slightly. I find that kind of wraps around each other nicely, and that's where you get more of that sort of like butterfly wing, optical illusion-y kind of effect. So now for this part, I used a medium. This is the Ukrainian Accessories Kitska that she makes in-house. I can't remember what this style is called. But yeah, these are the ones she makes in-house. So for anybody wondering the difference between, and again, anybody needing a screenshot, UkrainianAccessories.com is where you can buy everything. Code CraftyLady10 will save you 10% off anything made in-house. So not the books or the clothes, but like the wax, the kits, the dyes, the everything, the Kitskas, everything you see me using here will be on that website. CraftyLady10 will save you 10% off. Now, the intro Kitska kit, the Let's Make Pisanki Get Started kit, comes with this style of Kitska, the Cheeky Crafty Lady kit. Ooh, my wax globbed out there. But it my kit comes with these. Personal preference, I find I like line work better with the Darylyn style and detail work better with this style. You will figure out what works best for you, I am sure. Can I show that triangle again for a second? I sure can. So these are your 2 options. You could do this one. This is the one that South Jersey Pisanke on Instagram did. And then there's my little optical illusion-y kind of a guy. So if anybody wants to screenshot those, just so you have a close-up that you can look at. Remember to start thick and then lean out. Start thick and then go in. Okay. You say a little prayer to the universe that you're not about to mess this up in front of a bunch of people. I doubt the designer is a Zentangle. But I agree it would be interesting. A Zentangle. I have no idea what a Zentangle is. What is a Zentangle? I am intrigued. I feel like this is very, hi Nat. I feel like this is very, like if you don't have a lot of artistic talent, this one's great because it's just lines. It's just lines. I'm so jealous you have farm fresh eggs. I'm so jealous. So now this one, so I'm gonna start on this outside edge here. So remember, thick thighs save lives. We start thick and then we go thin. So look at the difference in lines between this one and that other one. I know I went over this line quite a couple of times, but that's a big difference. Okay. Ooh, as I say, as I heat my Kitska up too much and now the wax is pouring out. So remember, we start thick and then go thin. So thick thighs save lives. Yes, it is extreme doodling. It's exactly that. Thick thighs save lives. Okay, and then we're just going to keep going here. Zentangles online, but they're repeat. Oh, you know what? Ukrainian pisanke. It's a ton of, it's like, there's one specific design called meanderings. And it's just basically any design that repeats itself and goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Because it's like a circle, meanderings. And, yeah. So a lot of the different designs in pisanke have different meanings because it is a folk art and it's changed so much over the years as it's been passed down, and like different art forms have merged and, you know, turned into something else. The meanings have changed a bit. So there we go. Isn't that cool? We're just gonna keep going all the way around. But even when this first originated with those Slavic pagans, like way back in the day. We're talking Bronze Age. It's been around a long time. So those early pagans and like druids and stuff, they had decorative eggs that they did as part of their spring ceremonies. Eggs being the like birth, beginning of new life, birth of new life, that kind of thing. So it became part of spring celebrations. And then when Christianity moved into the area, they adopted the eggs as part of Easter, in keeping with like the rebirth of Christ. So they go back a long time. So even just the differences between like the pagans and Christianity, meanings for things, little symbols changed and evolved through time. I don't think there's any right way to hold a kitska. I seem to be holding mine like this, if that helps you at all. I don't think there's a specific way. It's just whatever feels right or comfortable to you. So I say try a few different things. There we go. Thick to thin. And there we go. I have a little phone racky thing that goes around my neck that holds my phone. It's from Amazon. It made my other phone overheat and die, so I don't recommend it, but it loops around my neck so that I can have both hands free. Because if you can imagine, I do have... If you would love to see my cool filming setup that I use to film all my videos, here it is. It's a spaghetti container from my pantry that I balanced my phone on top of. But I found it wasn't good for lives because I can't see the comments up there. But yeah, that's how I film all my videos. A spaghetti container. But this is better because I can look down. Not that I'm particularly good at remembering to look down at my phone, but I can have both hands free while being... I can at least kind of see comments in my peripheral vision. Like I know, I can kind of tell that there's a comment being asked, kind of a thing, if that makes sense. So, yeah. But it's not the best, no. In fact, I think I have it charging, so I'm just going to unplug the charger. Make sure, I feel like that makes it overheat more if I have it charging while I do this. Okay, so I did my 3. So remember, we're starting thick and then going thin. So, what is going on? Okay. Here we go. So, thick thighs, save lives. We're starting thick and then pulling thin. Bug Eater, hello. Hello. Thick thighs, save lives. So we are starting thick and then going thin. And that's how if you start thin and go thick, it's going to be bad. You're going to be sad. Thick thighs, save lives. It's not going to be bad, but you will be sad because you will have to figure out something new. Thick thighs, save lives. Thick thighs, save lives. There you go. Isn't that a cool little illusion? So it looks really nice, hey? That contrast of the more geometric pattern with the little more organic little cotton buds pussy willows, whatever you want. Cool, hey? So I'll show you this one more time, and then we'll move on to the next color. So, thick thighs, save lives. I'm going to try to upload this live to my YouTube so that if you guys want, you can come back and rewatch it and kind of pause it as you need to. That's what I'm going to try to do. Thick thighs, save lives. You think it's funny that I'm saying it every time, but I'm telling you, it'll save you a world of heartache. And then I also kind of get a little bit narrower as I go. That one I'm going to stop there because that's getting too narrow. But there we go. So, cool, hey? I really, really, really love this. I think it's so cool. I think it's so pretty. So now, imagine I do this all over the rest of the egg. So it's a lot of work, but it's okay. It's totally fine. We're just chilling. We're watching our episodes of Golden Girls, and we're just hanging out. Take as much time as you need. It's no rush. You can even pause here and come back tomorrow night and work on it. There's no Pisanke police. No one's coming to arrest you. You do whatever you want. You could even do this on this end and this end, and then do a completely different design in the middle if you wanted. That would also look cool. Could also do that. Now, we're going to pretend here that this entire egg is covered. Thank you, please. Pinhead stuck to a pencil eraser to do this. Yes, yep. Yeah, there's tons of different ways of doing these eggs. They're all beautiful too, I might add. I love them all. So now, you would think because our two colors are going to be brown and Yukon Gold that I would now be putting this in Yukon Gold. I am not. We're trying something new tonight. So we're going to pretend that I put this in my beaver brown color and then left it for, I'd say, at least an hour. Now, when it comes out of beaver brown, what you're going to do is you're going to dry it off, and you're going to take, what I did is I took a little toothbrush, and I just gently, it was like a little bit spotted. So what I did is I just sort of did a gentle kind of one of these, and it made it more even. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it just sort of evened it out, if that makes sense or not. Sometimes I find that happens with eggs. If you leave them in colors too long, it's almost like a little bit of your color starts. It is a humble brush, yes. It is a humble brush. So that's what I've been doing, and I kind of like it. You have to be careful that you don't overdo it because you can end up with some patches. But just as you're wiping it, if you find like you accidentally smear and it's almost like a layer of it comes off, just try going with a brush and seeing if you can even it out a bit. We're going to come back in with this later and really, really scrub. But just a tip, if you ever find that your dye is patchy, try taking a toothbrush and just sort of rubbing it a bit. And sometimes that helps. Now, we need some stems. So, I'm going to come back to this fat guy that was leaking. And you're going to make a mess. Oh, make a mess. I didn't say put out the flame. Oh, I'm going to have to use my matches because if I tip that to light it, she gonna pour wax everywhere. I love that you fell asleep. You should put your phone down and actually go to sleep if you're already sleeping. Gosh, enjoy it. Don't let my meanderings wake you up. Me running off in the mouth about nothing. Okay. Here we go. Sleep is such a precious resource nowadays. My God. Take it whenever you can. Let's go on this side. So I'm actually going to start my branch at the top little leaf, pussy willow. It's only 7 p.m. there. It is like 11:15 where I am. So we're going to start, and I'm just going to curve it down. So the nice thing about doing this now is that this is, even though I put the white down first and I'm doing this now, the wax isn't going to be, the brown isn't going to be on top of the white. So it's really going to look like the little white puffs are stuck onto the branch, if I am making sense. But there we go. We're just adding some little branches. That's all we're doing, just adding some branches. It's the only thing with how I do dye, I do find if I leave them in the dyes for too long, it's almost like I take off a layer of the shell. The one nice thing about working with them not drained is you can't do that, because you just have to float them on top and kind of roll them around in the dye. I feel like I get my best effects when I leave them in the dye like an hour or two. Longer than that, like overnight, as I'm wanting to do, I feel like it kind of messes with the eggshell a little bit. So, just a tip. So we have all of our little branches. So I'm starting at the top and just coming back to this corner. That's all I'm doing. I'm starting at the top little leaf or bud, whatever it is, top one, and coming back down. So top one and come down. How cute does that look? It's so cute. It's so darn cute. How adorable does that look? Okay, so now pretend we've gone and we put in all of our branches. Now what I'm going to do is I am just going to fill in this part. So this part is going to be white and brown. So this is a very sort of 70s palette. We've got white, we've got brown, and we've got like a harvest gold. This is very 70s color palette. I'm sure my parents had a couch when I was, I'm not sure, I am sure, I know there's photos of me sitting on this couch. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So you can see how quickly that wax dries, hey? Like super fast, almost immediately. Like it's wet, it's shiny, and then it's matte. Boom. That's how quick it goes. Let's do... There is... Okay, so here's what I was talking about. So this other guy, so you see how I screwed it? You see how I screwed this up? So on this one, I've got my little triplets, right? My little triplets of branches, right? 1, 2, 3. Now somewhere, some way, and I was doing this earlier today, I have just 2. It's my little geometrics that are my little triplets in this one instead of my branches. How did I do that? No flipping clue. Can I figure it out? Probably not tonight because it's too late and my brain doesn't math right now. But yeah. So I did something different on this one that I did not do on the other one, and I couldn't even begin. I guess it depends on which part. I honestly don't know what I did, you guys. I know it works no matter what. Like the alternations still work. I honest to God don't know what I did. I'm gonna be honest. I'm using my heavy Kitska to do the filling in. I did something. I did something. I just don't know what. What is the bare minimum one would need? I would go on the Ukrainian Accessories website and I would get either the Let's Get Started kit for $25 Canadian, or I would get the Cheeky Crafty Lady kit for $35. Use code CraftyLady10 for 10% off. Either one of those kits is gonna work great for you. My kit comes with this style Kitska. The Let's Get Started kit comes with the other style Kitska. That's why there's a price difference. But it's got Kitskas, it's got wax. If you're gonna be working, let's put some more wax in this guy. If you're gonna be working with a group of people, I would maybe order a couple extra Kitskas on the side, depending on how many people you have coming to the table with you. I'm gonna use this wax puck, but those kits have everything you need. The only other thing you might want is the egg draining kit. I think they have a basic egg blowing kit for like $15. And then I think the Dremel kit's an extra $10 if you wanted to get that. But you don't have to drain your eggs. I like draining mine because if you don't drain them, you always run that small chance of them bursting. They probably won't, but they might. And it does smell when like a 5-year-old egg bursts. I can say that with... I can very honestly tell you that. Because it happened in my house growing up, and you'd get home from school and you're like, this is either a gas leak or an egg burst in the china cabinet. And I just want to eat snacks and watch Blossom, so I'm going to take my chances. And you just ignore it, and it's usually just an egg, so it's fine. But if you don't want to risk your egg bursting, I would recommend draining them. So you would get a beginner kit in addition to a draining kit. And then the only other thing you would need, obviously, paper towel. You would need some sort of candle. I usually find packs of tea lights at Value Village for like $5. Like a giant bag of them. You can also buy them at like the dollar store. And a piece of white computer paper that you can use to do your little test runs. Some form of fire, like matches or lighters. And then you just need some containers for your dyes. You can use like empty yogurt or sour cream containers. I do this all the time, so I like to have mine in mason jars because you can have dyes last years if you want. If you store them in a cool, dry place out of the sun, they'll last you a long time. So if they're in a good sealed container like a mason jar. So my mom used old salsa jars growing up, the Tostito salsa. Those glass jars, that's what she always had our. And then just a carton of eggs. So a kit, some containers, some paper towel, some eggs. Have at her. There's a lot of great resources on that Ukrainian website, Ukrainian Accessories website as well. They give you, let's do some more branches here. They give you, there's lots of free downloads. This die sequence chart, that I always refer to. This is a free download on that website. So if you guys have any questions about dyes and what to do with them and all that kind of thing, like what order to do stuff, should you maybe do a rinse in between, which we're going to do tonight. I'm going to show you how to do that. You can refer to that. It's a great resource. Highly recommend anybody check that out. We're just filling in. Make sure you get along the sides here. Those sometimes when you're filling in large areas, because remember we're sealing in that color underneath. So if you forget, if there's any little if there's any little spots that you've missed, they'll show through at the end when you take the wax off as little gaps. So really go around the edges and really make sure you get them all. Dun, dun, dun. So we're sealing in the brown color. So yes, this is very... How are you not scraping the first wax lines off when you fill it in? I am. You can kind of see it, right? That white color is kind of visible, but I'm immediately sealing it over again, right? With the new stuff. You can kind of see it. This is why I like these Darylyn style Kitskas for filling in and making my foundational lines, because I find they just kind of glide over the previous lines. And so there we go. That's kind of what we're doing. We're alternating this geometric pattern with this beautiful sort of organic-y kind of tree branch. Although it doesn't have to be a tree branch, it's whatever, a strand of pussy willows, it's like a little vine with little leaves on it, whatever you're imagining it to be in your head. It's your egg, so. So funny. Tomorrow morning I'm going to figure out what I did. Just how I have like these as my little pack of 3s instead of the branches like I did on the first one. 4 points. I probably could. That would also look cool. The trick is to not run out of room when you get to these. So these triangles up here always are a little bit bigger, just the way the egg's shaped and just the way the design is. They're always a little more elongated. You always kind of have a little bit more room up there than you have in these middle ones. So you got to make sure that if need be, you can kind of accommodate that, if that makes sense. It's just something to be mindful of. A little bit more wax here. Heat it up. So as you can see, the wax works pretty much exactly, the Pok Wax works exactly the same as those sheets. It's all the same. Does the same job. So if you like the puck, keep using the puck. If you like the sheets of wax, use the sheets of wax. It's all good. It's whatever you prefer. So we are starting at the top little leaf and then going down. You don't want to start here and then go up. It's much easier. Start at the top little leaf and go down. Trust me, it's easier. I promise. Start at your top little leaf. It keeps you from getting confused. Confused about what, you ask? All of it. All of it. There you go. All the secrets to the universe can be found in Pisanke. I am sure of it. If I just sit here long enough making these eggs, you guys, I'm going to figure it out. I'm sure of it. I'm sure the key to life is in here somewhere. Can you tell I'm tired? It's just a stream of consciousness on Friday nights. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's the end of the week. And my kids are always so jazzed on Friday nights because we always do a family movie night on Fridays. We watched Soul tonight. If anybody is needing a great movie to watch, I recommend it. We really enjoyed it. It was really good. I quite like most Pixar movies, but I really, really enjoyed this one. So, kids are always a little extra amped on Fridays. The meaning of life is 42. What about 48? Because that's how many triangles I have. Can it be 48? Can the meaning of life just be 48? I haven't seen the new Coming to America yet. I haven't watched the first one in years, literal years, since I've seen the original Coming to America. I should probably watch that and then watch the new one. Okay. I can't wait to show you this little trick with a toothbrush next. We'll see how well it works. So, it's a technique that was discussed among, I saw a conversation, I think it was on Instagram, among other artists about doing this, about taking like a soft toothbrush to your egg and really getting off that kind of top layer of color. It's essentially you're just taking the dye down a notch, because normally you can't go from a darker color to a lighter color, so it's sort of like a way to do that. Okay. I have no idea what I did here. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So we're sealing in this brown color. Ooh, washed blue jean. That would be nice. It's not washing my dyes back, I think, as it's called. I believe it's what it's called. Is not something that I ever really tried until today. Like, I've noticed if I leave my eggs in the dye too long and sort of that top layer, it's almost like it starts rubbing off. Like, I've taken a toothbrush and sort of evened it out, which I guess is essentially the exact same thing. But, like, intentionally washing my dyes back to prep for a lighter color. I've done it slipping in between like blue to red, but not kind of in the same color family and going from a darker one to a lighter one. Have not done that because this is quite a warm brown, and then Yukon Gold is a very warm yellow, like goldy. It's that harvest gold from the 70s. It's the color of the 70s. White, brown, harvest gold. Remember when everybody's fridge was harvest gold? Everybody's appliances was that harvest gold color. Anybody else's grandparents have entire houses That and pink. Anybody else's grandparents have like a pink or blue bathroom, like with a pink toilet, a pink tub, a pink sink, whole 9 yards? My grandparents did. Okay, we're almost done this part. And then I can show you my wash back. All pink. Yeah, strawberry seed, that was mine. All pink. Everything. All, like, everything. I loved it. I thought it was cool. I still think it's cool. That house is long sold now, but I remember. So we're not putting any more after. So this is just 3 colors. There's the white, there's the brown, and then there's going to be our final dip, which is going to be in the Yukon Gold. So it's just a 3-color egg, nothing crazy. So after this, we're going straight to our final color, which is the Yukon Gold. So I won't be adding any more wax to the egg after this. So I'll finish this up. I'll show you my wash back. We're going to pretend that I put it in the Yukon Gold and it sat for however long. Not too long. Don't be like me. Don't forget your eggs in the yellow dye for a week. Okay. So I'll finish this up. I'll do my wash back, and then I will show you the completed one, and we'll take the wax off. I might even show you how I drain it. I'll probably show you how I drain it. Sky blue and chocolate. Ooh, that would be a pretty combo. So instead of going into, I wanted the 70s colors, so I did Yukon Gold, but instead of doing like the 70s colors, you could wash this back. Do you know what I'm going to do with this one? So I'll show you the wash back, and then I'm going to put it, should I put it in good old Glacier Turquoise? I think I should. And then on Monday when we come back and take the wax off, you guys can see some different color combos. Oh, I think that's a good idea. What country am I in? I am in Canada. I'm up in Alberta, where it's still winter. Actually, we're having a little bit of some warm weather. We always do at the beginning of March. We call it Fool's Spring. And then we have second winter. And then we have what I call Season of Mud, where everything is just mud. There's mud everywhere. We are made of mud. Everything is mud. And then we have our last little snowstorm of the year. Some people call it third winter. And then it's actual spring for about a week or two, and then we have summer. I wish I was kidding, but that's what it is. It was 17 in Hamilton yesterday. That's crazy for March. Holy cow. Yeah. NBC, how long do dyes last? I find my dyes in the jars last 3-4 years. I find I get 3-4 good years out of them. After that, they kind of get like scuzzy, and it's like they stop kind of working very well. I've heard of somebody said like she like has kept her dyes going for like 8 to 10 years. Like she digs them out every year at Easter, and they have like kind of like a layer of mold on the top, and she just scoops it out and she keeps going. Like, absolutely go for it. If you can get a jar of dye to last a decade, that's amazing. Go for it. I just find they don't have the same vibrancy after kind of year 4. is me, but whatever works. Okay, is this our last? Oh, we have two more. Two more little spots to fill in, you guys, and then I think we're good. I can show you my wash back. So really, the only thing on this egg anyways, so the only thing that's going to be the final color in this egg's case, it's going to be the blue, is the background of the leaves. It's going to be the only thing that's blue. Oh, I'm glad, Alyssa, yes. Rediscover it. There's a lot of there's a lot of I feel like every generation of Ukrainian immigrants to Canada, like the early ones, and then the ones that came kind of, around like World War II, and ones that have like fled, during difficulties with like Russia and that. They've all kind of faced different hardships as they've come to Canada. And as I said, it's an art form that's not as popular as it once was. It's not as well known. The techniques aren't seen as often. And it's for a variety of reasons, right? Like, there's lots of reasons why it's not being passed down like it once was. I don't think that's on the fault of anyone that is Ukrainian. It's just, if you're fleeing a country, if you're fleeing a very difficult situation, packing up your craft supplies is not high on the list. And if you're recovering from trauma, teaching crafts and art forms is not high on the list. So there's lots of reasons why it's kind of not been passed down like it once was. So I'm hoping to inspire more people like yourself, Alyssa. If you haven't, like, a Ukrainian, Polish, or any of that background, like, this is it, right? This is what they used to do back in the day. Long ago. So please try it. Reconnect with that. I don't feel, and in saying that, I don't feel like this is a closed practice. There is so many cultures that do these type of decorative eggs, and there's even more cultures that do these techniques with the wax relief method. So I don't feel like it's fair to say it belongs to, there's so many different cultures that do so many of these kind of techniques, and they all kind of borrow from each other. So I don't think it's really fair to say only one person or one group can do this and others can't. I consider it more of a folk art than anything, so that's my opinion. But, so this is my vinegar rinse. I'm not Ukrainian at all, but I love the art form. I love it when anybody, it's our joke, right? It's a dying art. The joke that I didn't get last week. But it is an art form that's kind of dying out, and I just think, like, the more people we have doing this, the more we can preserve these techniques and ways of doing things, the better. Like, I don't want this. It's too beautiful. It's too wonderful an art form to die out. Okay, so this is my half water, half vinegar solution. Don't drink it, Sarah. So I'm just going to take my egg, and it's just gonna have a little bath. And we're going to see little bubbles forming on the outside there. And we want that. So I'm 30 seconds to a minute is kind of what we're looking for here. I'm going to show you my sweet toothbrushing technique. I give it a little exfoliation. She's going to have a spa day. No, well hydrated. Oh God, dude. It just reminds me of those stupid lemon apple cider vinegar cleanses with the cayenne that everybody did. I think I had a friend convince me to try that once, and I was just like, this tastes like a butthole, and I'm not doing this. Whoa. Almost had a tragedy. almost had a tragedy. We're okay. Whew. Hold my heart. Oh my God. I almost lost this egg in front of you all. She almost jumped ship. Okay. Whew. Calming down now. Oh my God, that was exciting. Is that a real egg or a fake egg? Well, watch this. Okay, so, okay, deep breath, breathe. Oh my God, that almost, so I'm just going to keep my little container here at the side there, and I'm going to kind of dip my little toothbrush in it here. And now, so you see, watch this. Watch this magic. I'm just gently, so you see how I'm lifting off just that top layer of color? See how I just give it a little bit of a scrubby scrub. Don't wear a white shirt when you do this, or any shirt that you care about for that matter. You will get splatters, you will be sad. So I'm just taking it down a bit. Is all I'm doing. This is, I guess, a washback or vinegar rinse, washback, or do live dangerously. You know what? We all have our ways of getting a thrill. Crafting in a white shirt is a common one of mine. You will not ever catch me throwing myself out of a plane, but you might catch me dyeing eggs in a white shirt. I think if you really like got in there and like scrubbed the crap out of it, you probably could lift the wax off, but I mean, it's on there. But again, soft bristle toothbrush, and just gently kind of circular little motions here. There we go. It works best when the egg is wet, when it's right out is when it works the best. But we're wanting to take that color down so we have room for that blue dye to take, is the whole point of this, for anybody wondering. I'm just imagining people that are just tuning in and they're like, oh my God, is she scrubbing an egg with a toothbrush? What the hell? And my answer for you is yes, 100%. That is what I am doing, and it's magic. So, what's the saying? Any art made with intention is magic. I'm sure that's a thing. I can't remember who said that though, but I'm sure it's a quote from some important, smart person. Sorry if you can hear my chair squeaking. Hafiz, thank you. Yeah, this is a humble brush. It's my old toothbrush, to tell you the God's honest truth. I retired it for crafting purposes. I love using old, especially these bamboo ones. I use them, I plunk them in the soil and use them as like markers in my garden. I use them for crafting. I think you can compost these as well. I thought a dog was panting. Have a dog. I don't think she's down here though. If you were here on Monday, you got to meet my cat, Mr. Poe. It's a black cat. He is 16. He is so sick of my children. This poor cat. I am brushing off the top layer of dye in any of the exposed areas that are not covered in wax. So I'm taking the dye down because I'm going from a darker color and a very warm toned brown to a lighter cool toned blue. So if I don't do this, I will just make a mud color. It will not be appeasing whatsoever. So this is going to avoid that happening. Yeah, I had the whole family switch to bamboo toothbrushes a year ago, 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago. We go through a lot of toothbrushes, I feel like, in our house, because you're supposed to change them every 3 months, right? And there's 4 people, so like that's a lot. That's a lot of toothbrushes. Okay, so that's quite a difference, hey? How much I took that brown down, like look at the difference. Like that's quite a difference. Okay, so now, as somebody, I can't remember who, I apologize, suggested this, we are going to go into blue, because I think white, brown, and blue is going to be a very appeasing color palette. And also, I kind of like the idea of like maybe the blue in the background of here will kind of look like the sky, and it'll go with the sort of nature vibes I'm doing. Do you know what I really need to do is I need to start, so here's my deal. This is what I'm dealing with. I'm like, where the hell is my glacier blue? Glacier turquoise? Where is it? I think I need to start labeling the tops of these containers. I don't know. Do I have a problem, do you guys? Is this a problem? It might be. It's fine. Laurentian green. Glacier turquoise. Where? There you are. Way at the back, girl. You're hiding. I think I need to start... Sky blue and chocolate brown bathroom. Yes. Yeah, I need to label the tops. I'll probably label everything except this one because that's my grandpa's handwriting. So I'm going to keep that forever. But that's okay. I have all but one not labeled. Yeah, I need to start labeling the top. Like it's to that point, right? It's to that point. Okay. So I have to do this. I always put my spoon in first and just sort of feel around and make sure that there isn't an egg in there that I forgot about. Okay. So we're going to say adieu to you and you and you. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna look cool. That's gonna look cool. Okay. Have you found a forgotten egg that way before? Often. I tell you guys I'm a hot mess. I don't think you quite believe me sometimes that I am as much of a hot mess as I am. I have 80,000 ideas, not enough hours in the day to do them all, but I have start 95 of them on any given day. I will have 95 started. Ideas about eggs, ideas about life, ideas about art, ideas about everything. Yes, it's a gizmo from Amazon. I put it around my neck so I can go hands-free. So now, imagine, instead of putting it into the blue, we took that brown down and we left it for a couple hours in this beautiful Yukon Gold. So we're going back to our 70s kitchen with our Harvest Gold refrigerator. Think of that color palette, because that is what we are going to do right now. So this is a completed one that I did earlier in the day. So it's white, It's that beautiful, that beaver brown, and then Yukon Gold was my final color. So I am the egg in the background that is light blue. This guy, this is my peacock. I don't know if this is the one you're talking about. That's my peacock. This one, I have a video on this one. Queer Quills is going to be doing this in paper quilling, the same design. I'm very excited to see her rendition of this. But yeah. Ducky! Yes, we decided this is Ducky the peacock because it's done on a duck egg. A ducky. I should probably save those lids, but if I leave it on, then I see it every day. And I like seeing my grandfather's handwriting on a day or near daily basis. It makes me very happy because I miss that man a lot. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. How do I have a little gizmo from, is this, oh, it is soft enough. There we go. I've got a little gizmo from the Amazonian. It goes around my neck and it holds my phone so I can have my hands free to do all this fun stuff. Frame them and then hang them in front of you. Oh, that's not a bad idea. That's a thought. That is a thought. Okay. Here we go. So this is there's a couple of different techniques of taking wax off. This is mine. This is just the one that works best for me. I am not holding the egg directly in the candle. I am just holding it next to the candle. And I am letting that wax just get nice and warm. Empty eggs do warm, the wax gets liquefied faster. They're easier to do wax removals on when they're empty. Look at that difference. Look at how good a job that washback did from taking down that brown. Isn't that crazy? Oh, that's so neat. Okay, here, hang on a second. Let me tilt this up. Oh, let's not light paper towel on fire tonight, Christina. Let's just not. So you can see it kind of gets like shiny and liquidy again. And I just wipe it away. Oh, let's do one of these little branches. My little pussy willows. I'm so excited. I'm sorry, but how flippin' cute is that? Oh, how. So you see how doing the white first, and then I came in afterwards with that brown. So it literally, thank you, Becca, it looks like the branches in behind, and then the little white cotton buds, pussy willows, whatever you feel like those are. It's like they're sitting on it. Isn't that, oh, I'm happy. I like this one. So, South Jersey Pasunke on Instagram was the inspiration for tonight's egg. So, I would encourage you, if you are on the Instagrams, to go check her out and see her version. Yeah, so Monday, I will be going live again on Monday. And I think with that other one, that one that's white, this guy that we started tonight, I'm going to try to do some greens on that one. So we'll have one that's white, brown, and gold, one that's white, brown, and blue, and then one that'll be white, brown, and green. I think that would be cool. I know a lot of people that use heat guns to remove the wax. Catherine Alexander Art, the one that made that necklace, she uses, so in her videos on her page, and it's very satisfying to watch. It's very fun to watch. Somebody taking off the wax with a heat gun. It's very enjoyable. It just looks really cool, to be honest. So she does. A lot of the professional Pisanke artists I see on social media, you see what I mean? How this is like a total 70s color palette, hey? This is so 70s. I love it. So, but yeah, a lot of them use a heat gun. I think it's super fast, super quick. I don't own one. And I think they are expensive. I've only ever done it this way, in addition to emptying them and then when they're emptied, putting them in the oven, like on really low, like say like 200 for like 10 minutes, and the wax melts off. You just got to be careful when you're taking them out of the oven because they are slippery. They will fall and shatter in the bottom of your oven door and you will be sad. Not that I haven't done that a bunch. Oh, I really like this one, you guys. This is very different. I feel like even this color palette is really different for me. I don't normally do a brown, a gold, and a white. This is very, very out of my normal whatever it is that I'm doing here. Yeah. Not comfort zone. I guess maybe comfort zone. Just not what I'm used to for color. I like it. Sometimes it's good to try new things, new color combos, new egg divisions you haven't tried before, new little designs. Yeah, quail eggs. I haven't worked on quail eggs yet. I want to try. It's trying to get a hold of anything during the middle of a global pandemic, right? It's quail eggs aren't the kind of thing you can easily just have shipped to your house. Where I live, there's a superstore near-ish, and I've been doing grocery pickups once a week, which is awesome. I love it. I just pull up, open the back of my vehicle, they load my groceries in. I don't have to go inside. I don't have to see anybody. I've got a bone marrow disease. I'm immunocompromised, so I've been basically just at my house for the last year with my kids. It's just been us since exactly a year ago. So yeah, it was the Friday the 13th. I knew something was going to be up. I knew something was happening, so I went into their school, cleaned out their desks, cleaned out their lockers, told their teachers, I don't think we'll be back on Monday. I'll email you and let you know. And they were like, okay, no problem. And then we never saw them again. We never went back. So I'm glad I had the foresight to clear out their lockers and their desks. Didn't get any moldy lunch surprises or anything in June. But they have at Superstore, they do have the quail eggs on the grocery pickup, but I order them and then when it comes time to pick them up, they're like, sorry, not available. So I've been trying, just can't get them yet. I don't know why grocery stores tend to worry me more than other things, but I guess because they're busier, maybe? I don't know. I am so just enthralled with this egg. It's just so different. Thank you. It's Hollow Taco. Yeah, my poor husband So everything where I live in Alberta, pretty much all of Alberta locked down March, I want to say 15th is when everything locked down, March 15th, 16th. Yeah, March 16th, because if it was Friday the 13th when I walked in and cleaned everything out, and then that Monday nobody went back, and we never did go back again. So, it's crazy, hey, how it's already been a year. I decided today, I came home, right, and like just went into survival mode, as I'm sure we all did. Went through the stages of grief, as we all did. Went through the stages of whipped coffee and, Tiger King and all those things we were doing. Making bread. All those things we did at the beginning of quarantine to cope. Going through all those stages. And through it all, for the last year, I haven't worn any actual pants. Because why would I wear a bra or pants for the last year? Like, there's no point. I'm not wearing a bra. I'm not wearing pants. So I tried on a pair of my jeans tonight for the first time in a year. The last time I wore them was probably March of last year. And I had to give myself that little pep talk before I put them on. Like, you know what? If they're too small and they don't fit, it's okay. We can get new jeans if we want them. Like, you survived this last year. Like, you're here, you're still healthy, you're doing okay. You've supported your kids for the last year. You've been a good spouse to your husband. You've made art and you've found little ways to like have new traditions and adventures with your kids, even under severe limitations, and like just to be happy and proud and like remember that my worth is not defined around whether or not I can fit into a pair of jeans. So I got them on. They're painted on. And that's okay. They're a little tight. But they kind of make me feel like I'm in a Dolly Parton music video. So I'm going to keep them. We all like a little painted on jean at some point in time, right? We all like that once in a while. So just a reminder, if your body has changed in the last year, it's okay. You're not expected to worry about that right now, quite frankly. Not required to worry about it at any time, especially not this last year. It is okay to be different size physically than you were this time last year. You're welcome. It's one of those things, it's like, I'm going to keep saying it in my head because I also need to hear it. I'm about 15 years out of ED recovery. And it's been good. I've done a lot of work. Over the years, and I'm in a really good place. Probably the best I've ever been. But it's good to remind yourself of all those things. Like, my body is not supposed to fit clothing. Clothing is supposed to fit my body. And if it doesn't fit my body, I can get new clothing. And that's all there is to it. There's no morality attached to that. So, just remember, clothing size does not equal morality. How you treat people and whether or not you're a dick does define you morally, not on if one specific pair of pants fit your body or not. Yeah. It's funny, hey, like you think of back in the day when everybody made their clothes, that wasn't an issue. Like, you made your clothes to fit you and your clothes fit you. There was no going to a store and trying to find your size. You just made clothes that fit your body. And it just wasn't that big a deal. And a lot of the garments that women wore would, because clothing was expensive back in the day. So you'd have like one garment of clothing, like, you think of like old school, like the stays and the corsets and stuff. They were adjustable. So they were meant to adjust with like pregnancy and, you know, postpartum and all that kind of thing. It was meant to be adjustable. You'd have your one garment or two garments of clothing for life. There was none of this buying new clothes every time your body changed. Especially women, our bodies change a lot more than men's. Even if you don't have kids. Our hormones are a lot more wonky, so I say take a page out of the ancestors' books and just don't worry about it. Make sure you get clothes to fit your body and don't worry about it. Your body is not supposed to fit clothes. That is backwards. Add it to the list of things that women think about that men generally don't. Generally. Sometimes not, though I do know guys that have terrible issues with body dysmorphia. You're welcome. Have a good sleep. I hope you're nice and relaxed. Almost done. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that made you feel good. I mean, it's true, though. Clothes are meant to fit your body. Your body is not meant to fit clothes. Just think, they want you to, right? I mean, they want you, the more that you feel bad about your body, the more likely you are to buy diet products and all those kind of things, and the more money they make, right? And I say, those people have enough of my money. I'm just going to like my body how it is and save my money. That's the other thing I like to think about, is how much money has been invested in ensuring that I, as a woman, don't like my appearance. How much money gets invested into that every year. Because people that are happy don't buy as much stuff. If you're unhappy, you're going to buy more. Right? Reasons why I thrift. Oh, I love thrifting so much. That's one thing I do miss, is thrifting. I used to go once a week to my thrift stores just to look for just to treasure hunt. Take an hour once a week to just go treasure hunt. I am in love with this egg. I'm in love with this egg. Oh my God. I am in love with this egg. I am so excited to see this in blue. I was in love with this when I saw South Jersey Pasunke do it. I am in love with it now. This is my new little obsession, I think. These little branches, I feel a new obsession coming on, and I think this is it. Thank you. Oh my gosh. It's just so freaking cute. Oh. Don't light anything on fire. You guys, what do we think? How much fun is this? I am in love with these little branches. And I do think I like it better, like the 3 rather than the 2. Honestly, I don't know what the heck I did on that other one. I'm going to have to try to figure that out. I love it. Oh my gosh, do I ever love this. I love this color palette. This is so off the wall for me. I never do this kind of color palette. I love the gold. I love the brown. I love the white. I think it is so much fun. I think this would look beautiful with the blue instead of the gold. I also think you could do this exact same thing. Instead of the little white buds, you could do them green, like for leaves. Like I said, you could do little blue ones, like for little blue, little flower buds. You could do little pink ones for like, think like Japanese cherry blossom kind of a look. That would also be super flippin' cute. I feel like it's very versatile, and you could do sort of endless options with this. I just think you could do so much with this. Yeah, wouldn't that look cute? Little pink cherry blossoms. I think that would look so sweet, so cute. You guys, I really like how this turned out. I just did this morning too. So I ended up falling asleep early last night, so I didn't work on them like I usually do on Thursday nights. Thank you guys. Yes, you can tell the difference in line work, right? When I use that Darylyn Heavyset Kitska, and then the finer one, it's quite a difference. But I like it. And so it's all the juxtaposition, right? It's all the contrast. It's the super geometric shape mixed with something more organic. It's the really bold foundational lines mixed with like the really kind of the delicate little, little buds and the delicate lines inside the geometric pattern. Like there's a lot of kind of contrast going on, and I really like it. It is very pleasing to my eye. Just out of curiosity's sake, where did that blue one go? Where'd she go? Where did I put him? Let's just see. I just want to see how blue it's gotten. I don't think it's going to be ready, but I just want to see because I'm curious. Just because I'm curious. Ooh, it's coming. So it's like kind of like a light greeny kind of color right now. It needs to sit in here longer, but like even like the green, right? That green and the brown as opposed to the gold and the brown, even that looks cool. Do you know what I think I'm gonna do? So so for Monday's live, so we have this one. We've seen it, we like it. So I'll have this one that is white, brown, and blue. I'll take the wax off of that one. And then this guy that we started here tonight, I'm kind of feeling like I want to try doing the brown like we did here. And I almost want to try cream soda pink. Just to see. So it's it'll give you, it's the same color palette as a Japanese cherry blossom, but it's not going to be because I've already got the white on here. And if this was going to be a proper Japanese cherry blossom one, these would need to be pink. But just to give you an idea of that color palette, I think I'll do this one, the white, the brown, and then the cream soda pink, just to give, so you get an idea of what that color palette would look like. Because I think that would also be quite pretty. Yeah, do you know what? If I didn't already have this on here, what I think I would do is I'd do my foundational lines. I would do this geometric pattern in white, and then I would leave the buds, dip it in pink just for a hot minute, just a light pink, do the little buds for my cherry blossoms, right? And then put it in the brown, do my stems, and then I would do my wash back, and then that's when I think I would either go to blue or gold from there. Is what I think I would do. Yeah, the other thing you can do with this geometric pattern is fill each of these lines in. So like maybe the outside ones do a red, and then an orange, and then a yellow, and then your center white or something, right? Like you say, like kind of like an ombre effect, or like a navy blue, a medium blue, a light blue, and a white, or something like that. You could also kind of do like an ombre. That would also look super cool. I should try that. So this is a very versatile design. Like, I think, like, we've just been sitting here chatting for a couple minutes, and I think we've got like 18 different options you could possibly do with this egg. So it's a little bit, especially this geometric pattern, so it's a little bit of a mind trick, this one. So it's, like I say, not really a beginner one. It's more intermediate. But if you are a beginner, I mean, don't shy away. Try it. You never know, right? You never know. So, the other thing I'll do on Monday's live as well, when I go live on Monday, I'll drain one of these for you so you can see that as well. But I think I'm going to start wrapping things up for tonight. If anybody is curious on where to get any supplies, yeah, start making notes. Make notes. You gotta write them down, Sarah, or you'll forget. UkrainianAccessories.com is the website where you can get everything. Crafty Lady 10 will save you 10% at checkout. My kit on there, Crafty Lady kit, comes with this style of kitska. The regular kit comes with this style of kitska. Both work great. Do you have a place? If you feel comfortable, I love it when you guys make videos here on TikTok and tag me in them. If you don't feel comfortable with that, Instagram, I'm on Instagram, Cheeky Crafty Lady. You can send them to me there or post a picture on your Instagram and tag me in it. I love it. And so does Kathy, Ukrainian Accessories. When you guys tag us in your stuff, we love it. So if you feel comfortable, only if you feel comfortable sharing your work, I love seeing your guys' work. I love it when I do an egg and then you guys recreate it. I love it. It makes my heart so happy. You have no idea. But so that Crafty Lady 10, my necklace here, if you want to check out some really cool jewelry that is made with this same process. This is a quail egg. It is cut in half and then coated in resin, so it's super strong. Catherine Alexander. She is on here, Catherine Alexander Art. On Instagram is Catherine Alexander Art. I think both are linked to her store, which is Alexander Prasanki Art on Etsy. So if you too would love to get a beautiful necklace, she's got some really cool videos on here as well. Just on like the process of how to make these. I just love them. My nail polish is of course Hollow Taco. This one is Play Rosé. It's my favorite. And what else? Oh, my mug is from Mud and Moonshine. Mud, M-U-D-D, and Moonshine. And they are here on TikTok and Instagram as well. I am going to attempt to, if you go into my profile, the little icon, it looks like an old school Instagram logo. It links to both my YouTube and my Instagram. I am going to attempt to download tonight's live and put it on my YouTube. So if you want to recreate this, you can kind of have like a step, but you can follow along with me and then pause it as you need to, if you need that. So I'm going to figure out, I think I've been saying I'm going to do it for a while. I'm actually going to do it this time. I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to post it at some point this weekend so you guys can have that resource if you need it. Or if you fell asleep. Sometimes people fall asleep before we get to the end of the live. So, yeah, I'm going to try. So, with that, I would like to thank you all for coming tonight. When I'm going to be back here on Monday at 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I usually go live 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Mondays and Fridays. Once in a blue moon, I also go live on Wednesday nights. We call it Wild Wednesdays. It's random. Yeah, this was a fun one. I'm excited to see you guys recreate this one. It's really fun. I'm in love with this. This is my new little obsession. I knew I loved it when I saw Jersey Pasanke do it, and I love it, love it, love it. I'm excited to see you guys try this one. Okay, so thank you everybody. Wherever you are in the world watching this, whether it's morning or afternoon or night, I hope you're nice and relaxed. I hope maybe you were able to learn some cool stuff tonight, a new art form that you maybe didn't know about. And yeah, if you feel inspired that you want to try it, I encourage you. It's a really wonderful, relaxing, lovely hobby. And especially this year, a year when we can't try a lot of new things, have a lot of new novel experiences. Something new, novel, fun, cool experience you can have, and you don't even have to leave your house. So with that, I hope everybody has a really good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I hope you're nice and relaxed. Thank you.